All right, folks, we're heading down to the lake, do a little detecting. It's a cool, overcast kind of day. You can see the lake there ahead of me. A bit of a bumpy road. We're gonna go see if we can't squeak out another silver out of the park by the lake front. Gotten lots out of there over the last little while. Let's see if we can't get a few more. Going down this steep hill. Almost looks like a straight drop off over the other side of these train tracks. Woo! Alright, we'll see you when we get there. Okay, well, we're down in the park. And our first hole and first coin looks like a 1968. Not that old, but old enough to be silver if it was a dime or a quarter. Okay, we're going to carry on and see what else we can get. Okay, just got another penny. Can we identify it? It's pretty green. Pretty green. Looking American. Yeah, I see. That's American looking. Is it a wheat or a memorial? Just down by the lake. Pretty hard to tell. I'm gonna go with that's a wheat. There's there. Let's see if I can get the date clear. Oops. I think it says 51. Pretty sure that says 1951. Alright, we got a wheatie. Cool. Catch you on the next. Okay, well, we just got our first young Lizzie. Pretty close to the water. First young Lizzie of the day. Will I get a year off of it? Looks like a 64. Yeah, I think it's a 64. Cool. Alright, carry on. Okay, look at that. We just got a KG5 penny. It's just right there. It wasn't very deep either. Year. Might have to work on that a bit. Yeah, definitely gonna have to work on that. But KG5, cool. Okay, we just got another wheatie right after the KG5 penny. Looks like a 50s. Alright, getting a couple coins. Sun's out. Nice afternoon. A little cool and breezy, but beautiful. Catch you on the next. Well, back in the park area. I was just kind of over there working my way this way. And I had something fairly deep down in there. And I think it looks like, oh, it is. It's a KG6 silver quarter. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let me get you a much clearer shot of that. Alright, looks like a 1940. Right on the nose. Really shiny. Got some good luster to that still too. Sweet. All right, well, we got some silver for today. Cool. Awesome stuff. All right, we're going to keep plugging around a little bit longer, see if we can't get a second. Catch you on the next. Okay, just got the silver quarter right about where my coil is. Still just down by the waterfront. And we just got a penny. It's pretty crusty. See if we can't clean it up and see what it is. Oh, that dirt's pretty stuck to that. And that's some crusty. Who do we have? Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to have to clean that up. I'll get back to you. Okay, well, I believe I can make out a 1940 something there. So that means it's going to be a KG6. She's in rough shape. Yeah, it looks like a 41 or 47. Cool, getting some coins. All right, well, we're still just plugging away down by the lake. Haven't moved for far. Seem to be getting a few coins in this little area. Got the quarter there. And got the KG6 penny over there. I got a 65 penny over here. And I just got what looks like a 57 weedy. One of the last weedies, but still a good weedy. This side's pretty crusty. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of the scent. One cent though. All right, let's carry on. Okay, well, we just got another crusty KG6 penny. It's pretty crusty. Looks like a 45. Hard to tell, but still just out by the park, plugging away. Haven't moved very far, just been in this area, really. Okay, let's see if I can't get something else. All right, well, just got another young Lizzie penny. The reverse is pretty crusty. Don't know if I'll get a date, but still getting coins. Okay, sorry about the wind. It's getting a little breezy. Young Lizzie. Nope, still just plugging around. Got the silver quarter by that second tree there. Got a few pennies through here. And I think I see silver number 2. Oh, I gave it a little kiss. It's okay, it's just a young Lizzie. It's just a young Lizzie. Gave it a little scratch. Looks like a 57. Let me get you a closer shot of that. Cool. Yep, definitely a 57. And I gave her a little nick. Right there. Oh, 80% silver. 2 silvers on the day. All right, let's keep on plugging around, see what else we can get. Catch you on the next. Young Lizzie. Okay, well, we just got another crusty young Lizzie. Man, this was a tough one to dig out. She was deep and crusty. Just plugging away by the lake, under some trees, not far from the park. Right, still getting coins. Let's hope for a third silver today. Well, it just started raining. Raining, raining, raining. 1 minute it's sunny, and now it's raining. Coming down pretty good too. Hope the ground doesn't get too wet. Hope the ground doesn't get too wet. Okay, well, we've been having most of our success so far today on this side. But we're going to roam around a little bit now too, see if we can't maybe find another spot that's got a few things. Okay, it's seeking refuge under this tree right now. We'll see you in a bit. All right, back to sun, just enough to get everything soaked, except spots where there was a tree covering it. All right, let's carry on. A little bit of wet ground. Beaming back out again. The Boardwalk's almost dry. I got me another silver. Oh, another KG5. Can't quite make out the ear on this one. Let me get a clear shot of that for you. Okay, there it is. Looks like a 1917 again. Just more worn than the last one. And some black staining. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. All right, another silver. All right, we're going to plug around a little bit more and see if we can't get another one. We'll catch you on the next. See you, folks. Okay, we just got another penny. Let's see who this is. It looks like a 43. Yep, 1943, I believe. KG6. The front is pretty green. Pretty green and crusty. All right, having a good day. Having a good day. The rain stopped. Everything's drying back out. Closer to the gazebo now. All right, let's carry on. Well, we moved on to the opposite side of the gazebo. I'm going to plug around this area for a little bit, and we just got a very crusty penny. Very crusty. Let's see who we have if I can. That's a pretty green looking penny. You know what? I'll have to clean that up and get back to you. Well, I'm not seeing anything on that. That's going to take some work. I might have to wait to see what that is in the wrap up. Sorry about the wind. It is getting windy out here. All right. We'll see you when we find something else. All right, we just got a little penny spill, a 62 Young Lizzie and a memorial. However, I can't get the date off it right now. I'm going to guess it's a 60s memorial as well. All right. Let's carry on and see what else we get. Getting a few pennies and the silvers. And we're running out of time, so let's see what else we can get. All right, we just got a crusty KG6. A lot of crust on that side. Could this be the last coin of the day? A crusty KG6. We're going to start working our way to the car anytime. All right, let's just carry on and see what else. We're very close to the lake. We're working our way this way from the gazebo. Well, pretty close to the waterfront here. You see the gazebo over there. And I think I got something big and green. Could the last coin be a large cent? Wow, that's pretty green. What do we have? What's a largie? It's definitely a largie. Who is it? Okay. I'll clean this up a bit and get back to you. Well, from what I can see, I think I see an 18 there. Well, that would mean it's going to be a Vicky large cent story. Awesome. All right, well, we're going to carry on. Oh, that looks like a Vicky. Good stuff. Okay, will the last coin be a 1957 Young Lizzie? Good shape. Wasn't very deep. Sorry about any wind. It's pretty windy by the water here. Awesome. Getting lots of coins, man. What a day. Woo-wee. What a day. Catch you on the next. Look at that. Looks like we just got another 1957 Young Lizzie. Man. Looks like I have to have another day in store down here because I am really running out of time. I can't tell. I think that's a 57. It kind of looks like it could be a 3 too, but I think it's 57. All right. Catch you on the next. All right. Looks like 1959 is going to be the last penny. I really got to go. Young Lizzie ends the day. All right. We'll see you on on the next. Young Lizzie. Okay, we're back at the Sporty Shorty. We're calling it quits. What a day. 3 silvers, bunch of pennies, a KG5 penny, a Vicky large cent near the end of the day, and a whole pocket full of pennies. All in all, it's been a good day. Sorry about the wind. It's crazy wind out here. I'm trying to block it. Crazy wind. Been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful afternoon. We had a bit of rain, but it only lasted about 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. And when that was happening, I just swung under these trees. All right. We'll see you on the wrap up. Been a good day. Okay, a little wrap up from today's hunt. We got a whole bunch of pennies from the late 60s to the 90s. You got to dig all those penny signals if you want to get the silvers. We got a banged up penny. Don't know what year it is. I don't think it's that old. We got a clad dime. We got 4 Wheaties. 4 KG6 pennies. 7 Young Lizzies. And we got a 1940 80% silver KG6 quarter. We got a 1917 925 silver KG5 dime. We got a 1957 80% silver Young Lizzie dime that I nicked. And we got a 1920 KG5 penny, crusty on the verse, and we got a nice 1880 something, I can't quite make it out, Vicky. Large cents, kind of crusty, but it's always nice to get a largie, especially an 1800s one. All right, we had some rain, we had some sun. It was a bit breezy. There's probably some wind in the video, but all in all, it was a good hunt. All right, we will see you on the next adventure.